Businesses that outsource their labour or just their payroll services need to know about the dangers of outsourced labour payroll fraud. When employers pay their own staff, they deduct income tax and national insurance contributions. They pay these to HMRC. But when an employer moves these responsibilities to another business in the supply chain, fraud can happen. Fraudulent companies in the supply chain don't declare or pay the correct income tax and national insurance contributions. And they often hide this from the legitimate business that engaged them. Here's an example of how the fraud works. Company A receives a supply of labour from Company B. Company B sets up a fraudulent company to deal with the payroll. This payroll company sends false real-time information reports to HMRC. Workers are given false payslips showing deductions, including tax and national insurance contributions. These deductions are taken from the workers' wages, but neither Company B nor the payroll company declare or pay the correct taxes to HMRC. If workers' national insurance contributions aren't paid to HMRC, it may affect their entitlement to state benefits, including their state pension. Supply chains like these may also involve VAT fraud. For example, Company B charges VAT on its supply of labour to Company A. Company A claims this back in its VAT return. However, Company B pays little or none of the VAT over to HMRC. If HMRC finds that Company A knew or should have known about fraud in the supply chain, Company A may lose the right to recover input VAT and may have to repay it to HMRC. This affects Company A both reputationally and financially. If more fraudulent companies are added to the supply chain, the amount lost to employees and HMRC multiplies. Common signs of payroll company fraud include payroll costs that seem too good to be true, a company with no physical office address, online presence or website, a payroll company with a similar name to the business that uses it, and irregular payment arrangements such as payments to a third party. As the end user of the labour, it's your responsibility to understand who pays the workers, how they're paid, and any other services you're receiving. It's important to carry out regular due diligence checks and keep records for audit purposes. This will help to protect your business. If you suspect supply chain fraud, report it to HMRC. Then reconsider your options for using temporary labour. You can find more information on gov.uk and in our other videos on YouTube.